we understand the scenario, then we will in depth understood about the how loopback processing works. Okay. Okay, so we understand the first scenario. Okay, let's say this is one of the OU. It's called lab OU. And this is another OU. It's called student OU. Now, lab instructors are complaining when any users or students are logging to any of the machines which is on lab OU. Then what happening? Whatever the user policy, I'm not saying a wallpaper, any policy which is applicable here, okay, same policy is applying here whenever that users are logging. The problem is in the same OU, we have a separate policy, but that policy are not applying. Instead of when users logging, users policy are carry forwarding. Is that clear or not? सिंपल सा लैंग्वेज में जब स्टूडेंट कोई लॉगिन करता है उसका जो जीपीओ है वो सारे जीपीओ उस लैब का कंप्यूटर में अप्लाई हो जाता है ताकि लैब का जो ओयू है उसमें भी वो सारे पॉलिसी है वो अप्लाई ना होके यूजर का जो पॉलिसी है वो कैरी फॉरवर्ड हो जाता है। प्रॉब्लम यहीं से शुरुआत है, इसको रोकना है। इसको अगर नहीं रोकोगे तो आपको हर जगह में प्रॉब्लम होगा। क्या प्रॉब्लम होगा? You will be face problem everywhere. If it is kiosk, organization kiosk, whenever you log into the kiosk, none of the policies apply. It is only carry forwarding your computer, your user base policy. Wallpaper change, setting change, everything. That is the problem. Kiosk is a public assets, not for a specific use or management. That will be a problem. Achha. Second problem is, as I say you, lab computers. When students are logging from their student OU, all these policies are carried forward. The overall thing is that to stop this. Now question is that whenever why user policy are carry forwarding or superseded computer policy? Let's do one practical. Then we understand the loopback concept. Clear? So in this case, what we do? I have a user org users. I will create another organization unit, that is org_computers. So in org_computers, I will move that computer to org_computers. Got it? Clear? Now we'll create, again I'm telling you, I just giving example of wallpaper policy. Instead of wallpaper policy, it could be anything. It could be anything. So I will create two wallpaper. One is for user based wallpaper, another one is computer OU based wallpaper. Okay, let's open the paint. Okay, both are user policy. No, don't say that it is a computer policy. Wallpaper always be user policy. So both UWLPR and CWLPR, those two I will carry to sysball folder. Okay, fine. Now you just find the UPN path. Right, create to policy. So in CWLPR, in UWLPR, okay. Now this is for UWLPR, this is for CWLPR, that means computer based wallpaper, and that is for user based wallpaper. Now computer based wallpaper apply on ORG computer view. And user base wallpaper apply UWLPR. So right now I have not done any policy, just simple login. Which policies apply? Which policies carry forwarding? I am logging to computer which is on lab, student lab. The student lab also have the separate wallpaper, right? Why not that is applying? Why not it is applying my own wallpaper? Let's say wallpaper including my all user policies applying. Why? That is a compliance. No, you should restrict that. Instead of user wallpaper, that should be computer wallpaper, computer based wallpaper. That is the case. We have to select intended policy to loopback processing mode. So in that case, what we do now, in computer based wallpaper, so for your information, when any same policies apply on a particular computer OU and apply on a user OU, when users are login, always user policy are win. Always user policy are win. To achieve this or restrict this carry forward user policy, you have to enable your this option configure user group policy loopback processing mode. You have to enable replace. Now what happened? Whenever these users run gp update /force and then log off and again log in. Now this time still it is showing. Okay, just a minute. Still it is not showing. Let's do that. Oh, we have wrongly enabled loopback processing mode on this guy, this particular OU. Sorry, that is the reason. So, do one things. Administrative template, systems, group policy. So instead you have to enable loopback policy here. Right click, edit. This is a computer based policy, remember. Select administrator, system, group policy. Run GP update /force. Okay, now which policy is applying? Computer based wallpaper policies. Now you understand the power of loopback concept. Now you understand the power of loopback concept. Now come to the theoretical part. Now it is easier to digest. My voice is audible, everyone. Is everyone able to see my screen?
Yes.
Great. Great. So the loopback policy processing in group policy, it's a L3 levels. What is loopback processing mode? Loopback policy processing is a special group policy features that allows the computer location to determine which user configuration policies are applied to the user logging into the computer. Normally, computer policy come from computer OU, user policy come from user OU. With loopback enabled, user policy can come from the computer OU. Got it? This is extremely useful for terminal server, kiosk computer, training rooms, call center, shared computer, VDI environment, and conference room PC. Normal GPU processing without loopback. User John, OU sales users. Computer PC01, OU workstation. The result, user setting sales users GPU. In computer settings, workstation GPU, the user always receives policy from his own OU. Why loopback was introduced? Imagine 500 users, one training room. Every user logging there must hide control panel, remove CMD, disable USB, set special wallpaper. User belongs to different OU. Creating a separate user GPU for every department is impossible. Microsoft introduced loopback. So loopback settings, you have to control this way. Two modes in loopback. There is a two modes. It's a common in interview. They will ask you questions. What are the modes available here? Merge mode or replace mode. Now in merge mode, user policy apply normally, then computer OU user policies apply. If conflict occur, computer OU win. Clear? Example, John OU sells wallpaper blue. Computer kiosk PC OU is kiosk, wallpaper rate. Result, user policy processed fast, John policy processed first, kiosk policy processed second, final wallpaper rate. Why? Because of last applied policy win. Processing order, normal processing, LSDOU. Loopback merge, computer policy, LSDOU. User policy, LSDOU, user OU. So again, LSDOU, computer OU. Scenario, hospital computer, doctors are different department, different OU. Reception PCs must show hospital wallpaper, disable USB and disable task manager. Enable merge mode, doctor keeps their own settings, reception restrictions override them. Replace mode, ignore the users OU completely, only user policy linked to the computer OU apply. Example, John sells OU, computer training PC, training OU result, sales user GPU ignored, training user GPU applied. Is that clear? So merge versus replaced, user OU policy applied, merge yes, replace no. Computer policy applied, yes, yes. Conflict resolution, computer wins, user ignored. Common use, terminal server kiosk, user personalization allowed and removed. In real life scenario, RDS server, user, HR user, IT user, finance users, all login into RDS server. Some wallpaper, same restriction, disable control panel. The solution, enable loopback replace policies. Everyone receive identical settings. Real life scenario 2, call center, different department, call center PC. CRM only, no CMD, no registry, fixed desktop. Solution, merge mode. Practical configuration, create one OU, that is fine, that is tell you how to do the practical, that's it. Clear? Is that clear?
Yes.
Some interview question, why do we use loopback? Because user setting needed to depend on the computer being used. Difference between merge and replace. Merge combined user and computer OU policy. Replace ignored user policy. What mode used in terminal server? Usually replace. Does computer configuration become user configuration? No. Only user configuration settings are processed based on the computer locations. Does loopback affect computer settings? No. Only user configuration processing changes. In one line definition, loopback policy processing allow user configuration setting to be applied based on the computer's OU instead of the user OU. Any questions? Any questions? Again, I'm saying you, it's just a settings, but concept is huge. Concept is dense. If you understand the concept, in interview, you will crack. What are the topics I'm telling you, everyone? Once you sit for the interview, trust me, you all have to face. Same question they will ask you. And if you are telling that answers, you will crack. As simple as that. Each module will give you the real-time scenario-based questions. So requesting everyone, please go through every classes. Every classes you will get a good number of silvers.